Hi, mathematicians. Today we're going to look at some mathematical vocabulary with multiplication and division so that we can get really good with our math facts. And then there's a way for us to practice on Seesaw. So to begin, let's look at multiplication. The two numbers that you're multiplying are called the factors. So if you think about an array, when you make an array, those two sides, so the rows and the columns are your factors. So 5 is here and 4 is here. Those are my factors. And the answer when I multiply 5 and 4 is 20. So 20 is the product or the answer in my multiplication problem. Now, when we look at division, we actually start with this whole number, that whole number that's inside of the array. So that's actually the dividend. And what we do in division is we take that dividend and we divide it by one of the divisors. One of the divisors is basically one of the factors. And then when I divide it by one of the divisors, I end up with the quotient, which is the answer in a division problem. Now, the thing that I noticed is that these three numbers, I never erased them. They're all connected. They're connected in a fact family. So fact families are what's going to help us really learn about multiplication and division. All right, so let's take a look at the example I basically just showed you, but just so you can get a sense of what it looks like. Oh, here's my face next to it. Okay, so we have our array. We have 5 rows of 4. So 5 times 4 is 20. And we know that we can easily flip-flop it. Like if I had that array, I can turn it this way or this way, and it's still 4 groups of 5 or 5 groups of 4. Nothing changed. We didn't add a row or take a row away, so it's still 20. And then when we're dividing, so I just want to show this example again. We take that quotient, that whole number, and we divide it by one of the divisors or factors, and we end up with the other one. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Do you see how it's kind of connected like that? It's almost like when we did addition and subtraction. It's that fact family. Those three numbers are related in both multiplication and division. All right, great. Now we get to practice this on Seesaw. So on your Seesaw, you are going to have a sheet that looks like this. You are going to practice picking a multiplier that you want to choose. Everybody will start with different numbers. If you feel really good about multiplication, pick 7, pick 9, 8, 6. If you're so-so and you might need tools or it takes you some time, start with 2 like I am. I'm going to start by picking 2 as my multiplier. And I think that I can solve this entire chart on my Seesaw in maybe 2 minutes. Now, before I start, what I have to do is I have to look at this number in the corner. That number I'm multiplying by the multiplier that I picked. So I would do 5 times 2, 7 times 2, 3 times 2, 6 times 2, and so on. I'm going to get my mind ready thinking, okay, when I multiply by 2, what is really happening? I might want to visualize it on an array. So it would be that number 2 times. So it would be 5 and then another 5, 10. And then for 7, it would be 7 and another 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. I think I'm ready. All right, I have my timer set. Maybe it's a kitchen timer, a cell phone, my watch, whatever it is, but I'm ready to go. Here we go. And go. 10, 14, 3 and 3, 6, 12, 2. Oh, wait, when you multiply by 0, it's 0, 4, 10 and 10, 20. Oh my gosh, it's just my doubles facts. Good thing I mastered my doubles facts. I'm going to keep going through here. Oh, I think I can do it. Oh, 8. Oops, that's wrong. That should be a 16. 10, 12, 24, 14. Oh, I see another 0. 2. Oh. I can skip around if I need to. Solve the ones I know first. You get the idea, right? Okay, then I can check. If I didn't do it in 2 minutes or it was really hard, I might want to go to another page on my Seesaw and try it again. Pick 2 again. But for me, you saw that the multiplier of 2 was pretty simple. So I think it's time that maybe for my next one, I move on. So on another sheet, instead of picking 2, I might pick 4. I might pick 3. Might try 5 and try a different number to amp it up. I want to keep challenging myself and pushing myself, setting those goals. What do I need to do? Got that part? All right, cool. But I want to go back to this sheet because this sheet actually has a little bit more of information for us to try to do and practice those fact families that we went over at the beginning of this lesson. At the bottom, we have this silly looking symbol. This is another way to show division. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a product from above. So I might pick this 22. I'm going to put it underneath the division symbol. And then I'm going to pick one of the factors, the 4 or the 2. I'm going to pick my multiplier every time, actually. So I'm going to do 22 divided by 2. So how can I have 2 equal groups that go inside of 22? Well, it must be 11. Same with this 4. 4 was the answer. It's the product. That's that whole number. Remember that would be that whole number that I'm using. So now instead of multiplying to get the product, now I'm doing the reverse. Now at the bottom of this page, I'm picking the product. Remember, that was the answer I had over here. I'm picking this and I'm dividing it. The only thing is the symbol just looks different on your assignment. It means the same thing. So I have 4 divided by 2. Oh, that's 2. If I look up at other examples that I have up here, I could pick 12. 12 divided by 2. Think about that family. 12, 2, and 6 were all together. They're all related. When I multiply these factors, I get 12. I can take 12 and I can divide it by 6 to get 2, or I can take 12 divided by 2 to get 6. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. It's the reverse of it. Use your table up above to help you with this so that you're not rethinking and doing all of the work. If you solve the problem up above, use it to help you solve below. Again, be a goal setter. If it's too hard, try it again. Try. If it's too easy, try something harder. Move yourself forward. Have some fun with this.